Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is Tarot by Melissa, and today's video is going to be answering the question, how does your person feel about you? Blunt. So what we're going to be doing in this reading is we're going to get some insight into your person of interest and what their thoughts and feelings are towards you at this particular moment in time. So let's go ahead and get into our disclaimers. First and foremost, you guys, this is a general reading, so please keep in mind that with general readings, some messages may apply quite specifically to you while other messages may not. If it doesn't apply, just release it and let it go. It's likely not a message meant for you. If you did want to book a personal reading, all the details on how you could book one with me will be linked in the description box down below. Personal readings are always a great way to get a more specific and accurate read on your own personal situation. And finally, keep in mind, guys, that if you are at all sensitive about your person, this just may not be the right video for you, because the reason that I title it Blunt is because my goal and intention with this video is to give you guys the honest, grounded truth of what I see happening in the connection, right? So my goal is to shoot straight with you, not to overly sugarcoat messages or overly, make things sound more negative than they are either, right? We're always striving for that balance, but keeping it real is really important to me. So if you're in a place where you feel very sensitive about your person, where you're not really open to receiving potentially like negative messages about the situation, this may not be the best suited video for you. So just keep that in mind before you pick your pile. All right, so let's go ahead and get into our deck selection. We're doing 3 piles for today, working with 3 different decks. For pile 1, we are working with this beautiful amethyst crystal, and the deck is called the Happy Tarot. For pile number 2, we are working with the Mermaid Tarot and this Pyrite crystal, one of my absolute favorites in my collection. For pile number 3, we're working with the Muse Tarot and this beautiful Spirit Quartz. So I want you guys to think about your person. Take a deep breath. Think about how they're currently feeling about you, the honest truth of what you need to know. Go ahead and select the deck or the crystal that you feel most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box below to locate the timestamp that will take you to your selected reading. See you there. Hey, pile 1, if you guys picked out the Happy Tarot with this amethyst crystal, this will be your reading. So we're going to be looking into your person and what their current feelings are toward you and toward this connection. So I want to start off with looking at their overall energy first. We're going to be working with tons of different decks today, so don't worry, we're getting lots of info for you. So we're starting off with the Dog Spirit. Be loyal to what you love. And then we have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So this person, this is where they currently stand with regard to your connection. And I do feel with this attraction energy coming up that this person is in a place where they're very much kind of living in the moment. There's definitely a lot of playful energy that I'm picking up on from this person. And I'm wondering, with the Dog Spirit being here, if there's been a question of loyalties, like them questioning where do their loyalties really lie, or maybe being so in the moment about things that they're not being as intentional with who they're being loyal to. Because if you guys think about a dog, like a dog is a very loyal creature, right? It bonds with its human, it is loyal, it is like the best friend, man's best friend, right? But something else about dogs is that they're very loving and they love attention, right? Like most of the time, most dogs, I feel like, will get excited to see anybody, right? Even if it's like a stranger that they don't even know, like anyone that's giving them a positive energy and attention, they're going to be really excited and greet that person and be in the moment with that person, I know that I see it all the time with my sister's dog. She's kind of like that, and other dogs that I've had in the past. So I'm wondering if that's kind of what's going on with this person, right? Like they're very much living in the moment. And I'm wondering if, from your perspective, for some of you guys, if there's been a question here of where this person's loyalties truly lie, because maybe they are enjoying the attention or the admiration of like anyone that's willing to provide it to them. Does that make sense? I don't know. I feel like that that was just like a lot that I got from those two cards. So now I want to just clarify here with the tarot so we can get a little bit more info. So how does this person currently feel about pile 1, please? Oop. We have a 5 of Swords reversed. Yeah, we have an 8 of Cups. We have an 8 of Swords in reverse. Okay. Okay, it's so funny that this Page of Wands came out because that was sort of the vibe that I was picking up on with the dog spirit. Like a person who's just a little bit scattered in their energy right now. A person who just is really excited and impulsive and likes to have fun. And yeah, like that's the vibe that I was getting. That's so funny that that card came out. All right, what else? We have a 10 of Swords. Okay. We have a 10 of Wands in reverse. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool card in reverse. So that's interesting that that's coming up because, you know, this person is showing up here as wanting to really live in the moment, but there's definitely some hesitancy that I see here for them around this connection. Definitely a lack of courage, a lack of, what's the word I'm looking for? There's like a hesitation is the right word to really leap into this. So let's get one of these and then we'll get into this. How do they feel for pile 1, please? Grapes, satisfaction. Do you guys drink wine with this person? Are they into wine? Do they like Napa? I know Napa's not the only place where there's wine, but yeah, we have yellow energy, confidence, success, happiness, and optimism. Okay, this person is definitely a person that I think by nature likes to live in the moment, and I think that they are a person who is genuinely a happy person in their life, okay? Yellow energy is beautiful energy. I do feel that this is kind of their aura, right? Like they just come across as someone who's very positive and uplifting and excitable. Excitable is the word, excited to connect, right? But I also am seeing some heaviness here as it pertains to this connection with you, okay? I think that this person is in a place where they don't want to fight. They don't want to have any drama. They don't want to have any conflict with you. They're really, I think, wanting and desiring to like let defenses down, let go of any mind games that have been going on between the both of you. And they want to tap back into this attraction energy with the Page of Wands. They want to tap back into like having fun and communication and things being a little bit more sporadic and free-flowing. I really do feel with this Page of Wands and the dog spirit, you guys, this person I think is just maybe for some of you, they are a little bit immature or younger than you. For others of you, this just could be a phase that this person is in life where like they just don't seem right now to have the attention span to really connect with like someone in a meaningful way for long term, right? This person is definitely still guarded in some way. And I think that they are in a place where they just want to partake in things that bring them kind of like excitement and immediate satisfaction, right? Like the grapes being here. This is like very sophisticated energy that I get. So they may not necessarily be younger than you, but Page of Wands is very youthful. It's very scattered energy. I could definitely see this person being the type of person where you guys like hear from them out of the blue and maybe you connect and have like a fun conversation or like a fun experience with them, but then like they're gone for like weeks and then they just like pop back up into your life. It's like that type of vibe because they're focused on just enjoying their life right now. And they may be communicating with a lot of other people, going back to what I was getting in the beginning with the dog spirit, right? This could be the type of person that just like gets really excited when another person like shows them attention and they're like, oh, I want to explore that connection, right? And so I think that this person is just in a place where they're still finding themselves and figuring out kind of where their loyalties really lie, right? What this person is being loyal to right now is themselves, enjoying their life in the moment. I do feel that this person, when it comes to this connection, I just kind of feel that there's been maybe a little bit of heaviness here with this 10 of Swords with you. I don't know if you guys were just like not able to get on the same page or if this felt like a little bit too much work for this person, but I see them walking away to explore greener pastures. Again, Page of Wands. It's like there's always maybe there's like this mentality, not always, but maybe they have a mentality of like the grass being greener sometimes, or just seeking something. This person is seeking, I think, inner peace and inner fulfillment after going through a really difficult time. And this could be something that they've experienced with this connection. This Ten of Swords energy could also just be something that they've been experiencing in general, like a tough cycle that they've been closing out in their life, a cycle that left them at rock bottom, you know, a cycle that left them really hurting or really feeling defeated. And this person, I think, is it's like they're in the dawn of a new day, right? We have the beautiful sunlight coming up. We have this person walking off toward the stars. They're hesitant to dive into a relationship, is what I feel with that Fool card reversed, because they're still figuring out who they are. They're still figuring out what brings them happiness and fulfillment, not only in love, but in life, okay? I think that this person is right now, when it comes to this connection, it definitely feels like you guys aren't really super close with this person, or at least not super involved in one another's lives in like a really physical way right now. And I think that that actually feels like a burden lifted off of their shoulders right now. I feel like there was some sort of really awkward situation with you guys with that Eight of Swords, where like maybe they were feeling a bit stuck or awkward about something between you guys. And now that they've been able to walk away, I think that they have like some relief right now. They feel like a weight has been lifted off of their shoulders. They feel free again. And I'm wondering with that Fool card in reverse as well, if this person, maybe they just didn't feel free with this connection. Maybe they felt a little bit restricted or felt like they weren't able to fully be themselves here for whatever reason. So let's continue on, pile one. This person definitely has a really interesting energy to me. Let's see, for pile one, how do they feel about my pile one viewers, please? We have breakup. Yeah, see, there's been a separation here. There's definitely, like, they are associating like there's been an ending between you guys. I feel like they think you're really mad at them. We have mystery. Okay. We have finances. Oh, interesting. Okay. We do have the energy of fear here as well. So there's blockages here. There's that hesitation coming up. Yeah, I mean, I feel that this person is curious about what else is out there for them with this coming up over top of our Eight of Cups, right? They are on a journey right now to find themselves. This person could be on a spiritual journey as well, right? Something spiritual with this card is coming up. This person, I don't know why I feel like I need to say this, but the girl in this card always reminds me of this beauty YouTuber. Her name is Samantha. I don't know if you guys know who I'm talking about, but she has like this exact hair color, had this kind of grayish hair color for a while. I don't think she does anymore, but there could be something about beauty or makeup or something like that with this person. I don't know. But yeah, they're essentially they're the way they feel is that they've split, they've severed ties with you. And I see them really redirecting their energy onto self-exploration, self-discovery. And also there's a component of financial stuff going on here too. And maybe that was causing some burden for this person. And it seems like they are needing to address that right now. So let's see. Let's look at the status deck. You guys, I think, really like this deck. I know that some of you guys have asked me where I got this. This is made by Evolving Goddess 44 here on YouTube. I did post her website on my community tab just a few weeks ago. So if you guys wanted to get this deck, that's where you can find it. All right, so let's see. How is this person currently perceiving the status of their connection with pile one? Oh, we have needy. I have a lot to say about that. Let's get the rest of the cards. Perfectly imperfect. The Chaser. Okay. You guys, oh yeah, situationship. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense with this person's energy. Look, I just kind of feel that you and this person weren't on the same vibe. You're not on the same wavelength, because what I feel from their energy is somebody, like I keep saying, they're very impulsive, they're very scattered, they're very excitable, they're easily distracted. This is a person that you really cannot pin down, okay, because they're all over the place. And I feel that this is coming from a need to maybe like grow up and mature a little bit, but I also think this is just coming from this person they're still figuring out who they are, and they're figuring out what it is that's important to them. That's why they're very much living in the moment, living in the here and now. This is not a person who's like focused on commitments or responsibilities in any capacity, right? The 10 of Wands reverse. This is getting rid of our responsibilities, right? Throwing them away, dropping the ball, like dropping them off, right? So they're perceiving you as needy. But I want to say about this, what I want to say about this is that, you know, this type of person is going to perceive anyone who asks for anything as needy, because they're the type of person that really just wants to be free right now. And I think that they were feeling restricted in this connection for some reason. You know, you guys might have just simply asked a question like, where do you stand with me? Like, what are you looking for out of this? And they would feel like that's too needy and suffocating for them, right? It doesn't mean just because they see you as needy or see this connection as something that takes up a lot of their time, it doesn't mean that that's actually the truth of the matter. I think that this is just the way they're perceiving it because of where they're at in their life, okay? Perfectly imperfect. Allow this connection to establish its own vibe, right? So they're okay with the mystery of it all. They're okay with the ambiguity. They're okay with kind of living in the gray of this situation. I do feel that this person enjoys spontaneous moments with you, and they enjoy the fact that like this can be just what it is, and it doesn't have to have a label, and they accept it for what it is, right? And maybe where there's been friction here is when you haven't been willing to accept it for what it is. But they're very much in this vibe of like go with the flow, and they're okay with the connection being something that's not defined or mysterious, as the card says. We have the Chaser, likes what they can't have or what's not good for them, okay? So I think going back to this Page of Wands, I do think that this person tends to chase after or get excited about whoever or whatever is showing up in front of them at the moment, whatever is giving them excitement, whatever is giving them attention, right? But then once they get it, they don't really know how to nurture it and take care of it properly. You know, so I think if they've been in and out of your life, this is a person that just pops in, even though they know that you guys are not aligned. They pop in because it feels good and they want it and they like the thrill of the chase. But then once they caught it, they're over it and they're out. You know what I'm trying to say? Hopefully this makes sense. I just feel like I go on and on. But I want to pull a couple of these cards next because I'm really like tapping into this energy. And then we'll do message cards and advice. So just let's see, how does pile one's person feel about them, please? Sunglasses, watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, and focusing out. How interesting. I do think they're still keeping an eye on things. I do think they're still keeping an eye on you. I think that this person may have a little bit of a different perception of what's going on here than you guys do. And I think that I just don't think that they're as highly focused on this as you are. Again, their energy is very scattered. Okay. Heartbroken. Oh my gosh. Well, if you guys were wondering, they are hurt by the breakup. They are hurt by you guys not being together anymore. I mean, we see that here with the breakup card being here, the 10 of Swords. I don't think that whatever has gone down has been like enjoyable or pleasant for them. That's for sure. Again, with that 5 of Swords, they do want to stop fighting. You know, they don't want to play games. I can see them wanting to open up communication with you, but on a very like lighthearted, casual level, you know. But, you know, it's interesting because this card talks about feeling lost. And that's kind of what I feel about this person. I do feel that they're lost in life. Like, they're just trying to figure out their place. And I think that they're sad, you know, about that deep down. Remember, the 8 of Cups that we got here, it's not always a happy exploration, right? this is sad energy sometimes when we're walking away from all of this stuff that we have because we're still not happy. Something's missing for us, right? So for this person, I don't think that they're like playing games to be like spiteful or acting this way to be spiteful. I just think that they're lost. And if somebody can't even figure out the direction for their own life, how can we really expect them to provide direction as a partner in a relationship, right? It's just never going to work. So let's see what they want to say to you, pile one. I feel so drawn to you. Yeah, there's like that Page of Wands. There's definitely a magnetic attraction here for sure. I can't reach out. I don't know why, but I wonder if this person is like traveling somewhere, like long distance or somewhere kind of remote at times where they physically can't communicate with you, you know? Like there's no cell service or something like that, or no access to phones. You didn't see my tears. So they are definitely like in a place where they're sad about losing this connection. So even if you're not seeing them portray that, this person would want to say that they were and you just didn't see it, okay? So just keep that in mind. A lot of times people don't show their true self of how they're feeling, especially on like social media and stuff like that. A lot of people put out there, you know, the highlight reel of what they want people to see, but they don't necessarily put out there the truth of how they really feel. So just keep in mind, just because you didn't see it doesn't mean that they didn't feel it. There's definitely a lot of indication here that they're sad about losing you. All right, so pile one, we are going to close this out with an advice card for you. Oh, okay, so this just flew out of the deck. So this is going to be, oh wow, okay. We have boundaries. You need to hold good boundaries so you don't feel violated. So you need to set boundaries with this person. The message is super clear. With a person like this, you guys, they're going to continue to just do what they do, right? You've got to, I think this group may need to decide for themselves, what do you want out of a relationship? Okay, like what are your like non-negotiables? What type of behavior do you desire? What's like a red flag that you're like, no, I'm not dating someone like that. And then when somebody like this person comes into your life and they don't align with the things that you say that you want, you then have to align your behavior with action. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just continue to let this person have access to your life if they're not giving you what you deserve, okay? At the bottom of the deck, we do have another message about being needy. This says, make friends and spend time by yourself to take pressure off of your relationship. Very interesting that this came up because remember we had this right here too. So I think in terms of this energy, this is great advice. You can energetically smother someone. Like even if you're not physically together with them, people can feel when you're very fixated on their energy. So I do think that there's great advice in this card for you, pile one, to like find other areas that you can channel your energy into in your life, whether it's hobbies, interests, your relationships with your friends. You know, sort of shift your focus and onto other things that you love, other things that are important to you. And that will, in turn, sort of lighten the energy of this connection a little bit. It takes the pressure off. So, super interesting read, pile one. I felt very connected to your energy and your person. Please comment below. Let me know how you feel that this resonates with your personal situation. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be updated when I post the next video. And I'll see you then. Bye. Hey, pile two. If you guys picked out the Mermaid Tarot with this beautiful pyrite cluster, this will be your reading. So we're looking into your person and how do they currently feel about you and the connection. So we are going to begin with looking at where they currently stand with these two cards here, and then we're doing tons of other cards on camera for you. So we start off with the butterfly spirit, and we have the energy of children. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to say is that this person is moving through a pretty massive change in their life right now. And this change, you know, this is where they stand with regard to you and your connection. So I think that there could be a scenario out here where this change is related to you, my viewer, and what the two of you have going on together. With children being here, I wouldn't be surprised if something that's changing in your connection has to do with children. So whether it's like, you know, you're having a baby or they're having a baby, or, you know, this person or you already have children. There's something about that going on for some of my Pile 2 viewers out there. And I do think that the change is beautiful, but it's also, I think, a little bit challenging for this person right now. It might be a little bit uncomfortable. Now, if none of that resonates with your situation, I do feel that this is a person who is going through a change on their own, right? There's something about this connection that might be triggering it for them. But I see the children card as being inner child for some of you guys as well. Like maybe this person is really confronting and dealing with their inner child things that they haven't dealt with in a while, digging into stuff that went on in their childhood, trying to understand their family, their upbringing, how those things impacted them. And it's pushing this person to go through a very beautiful metamorphosis here. But the change is not always easy. You know what I mean? It's not always easy and comfortable to emerge as this beautiful butterfly. There are growing pains involved. So I want to go ahead and get right into the tarot because I want to see if we can get some additional context here, which we will. So how does this person feel for Pile 2? How do they feel about my Pile 2s, please? I just kind of feel like this children card, it looks very like dark and stormy to me. And that's kind of why I feel whatever this is a little bit challenging for this person. Like they're confronting, it's hard for them, whatever it is. All right, how do they feel? Okay, we have 2 flipping over. So we have the Tower in reverse, the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. How do they feel about Pile 2? The 2 of Swords. Clarifying this Tower reverse, please. The King of Wands. Clarifying this 9 of Pentacles. The 6 of Wands. 3 of Cups. We have a Page of Pentacles at the bottom. More childlike energy being here, which is kind of interesting. Let me pull one of these oracle cards really quick. How do they feel about Pile 2, please? Seeing a lot of indications of things like pregnancy and children in the tarot, other than the Page of Pentacles reverse could be looked at as a child, like a teenager type of age. We have safe passage being here. Okay. How do they feel? Pile 2. So I feel like this person is really trying to hold it all together, okay? I see the Tower reversed here with the King of Wands as somebody who is trying to maybe control their situation, trying to repair even a situation that has been falling apart or is in process of falling apart at the seams. Remember, Tower energy, it's destructive, right? It's when something in our life is changing. The universe is pushing us into alignment because maybe we've been ignoring the signs and synchronicities that we need to change something for a long time. And so it's interesting that this is coming up here next to the butterfly spirit, which is talking about beautiful transformation. I feel like this person has been really resisting the change. And I think with this King of Wands, they're in a place maybe of ego in a way where they're trying to hold something together in their life that they need to release, okay? And I don't know, guys, like I'm not necessarily feeling like this is directed at you. It feels very much like this is something external to this connection here that's going on. I do see some feeling toward you here, but majority of this reading is, I think, this person's situation and the insight into why maybe they're acting the way that they are, okay? I feel like this person with the King of Wands, it's like they feel like they may have something to prove, especially with the Child card being right next to it here. Like, I wonder if when they were young, they didn't receive like the recognition, the attention, the like the recognition, the attention is kind of what I'm getting, or validation that they needed to feel really confident in themselves. This could be a person who also always had to like run around and keep things together at a really young age. I just kind of feel like they feel that they have something to prove here by keeping whatever this thing is together, instead of like releasing and allowing the universe to welcome in whatever the new beginning is that they're supposed to be moving into. I think this person is also struggling more than they're letting on here. The Nine of Pentacles reverse is telling me this person is having issues with their own independence here, which is interesting because we have King of Wands, which is a very independent, kind of self-sufficient energy, but financial independence is an issue for this person. Like, I feel that this person looks to sources outside of themselves for validation, attention, recognition. And maybe this is a way that they put themselves out there to make money. Like, I could see this person being like a social media influencer or something like that. No shade to influencers. I'm not saying everybody that's an influencer is like that. But this person in particular, I think, is being an influencer to make money. And they're doing it, or they're putting themselves out there in a way that I think might be a little bit more attention seeking, you know, something where they're very much in the spotlight. A lot of people have eyes on them. They have a lot of admirers, right? Like, is this person like a gym bro or something? I don't know. Like, that's kind of the vibe. This is a very fit person, or merman, I guess, that we see in these cards. So like that could be a thing for some of you guys out there. Like, this person is trying to make money off of other people's attention right now. And so for some of you guys, you might be coming to this reading like feeling uncomfortable about that, you know, because maybe this person does come across as a little bit attention seeking. I feel like they believe it's a necessity. I do think that this person may have some self-esteem issues though as well that kind of drive this. Like, they rely on this attention to function in society in a way. It's different. It's interesting. How do they feel about you? This is where I see your energy coming in. So this person, you guys, I think is at a stalemate with you. I think that they certainly feel like you are a friend to them. You know, I think they see you as a good friend. They may see you as a part of their group. I think that the two of you do kind of recognize each other in a sense, like you see one another. There is like an understanding here that there could be something more there between the both of you, but I don't think that either person is in a place, and this person certainly is not in a place where they're ready to like confront that with you. The Two of Swords is kind of about being at a stalemate, like ignoring the elephant in the room or being at an impasse, right? Like, these two people are kind of at an impasse. No one's winning, no one's losing. They're just kind of staring each other down and no one's making any decisions, right? And so because of that, things stay as friendship. Like, they see you just as a friend. Or maybe there's something here as well for some of you related to this tower energy where like this person doesn't want to rock the boat with you because of the fact that they have a friendship with you. This person wants to feel safe at the end of the day. Like they're not very grounded. Page of Pentacles reversed. We picked a pyrite here, which is all about grounding, root chakra energy. This person has had a lot of disruption in their life. They've been getting signs from the universe that they need to change something. And I feel that instead of actually embracing it, they have been resisting it or avoiding it and like reverting to these like attention-seeking behaviors to cope. I don't know. It's weird, you guys. You have to tell me what's going on with them. I'm just reading the energy, but it's hard for me to understand really what the specifics are here. Let's see. All right. How does this person feel about pile 2, please? We have home. So something with their home, their living situation is messed up right now, you guys. Especially with that tower energy coming up. Now, this could be their physical living situation. It would make a lot of sense because we've got this like 9 of Pentacles reversed. There's financial challenges here. There are issues with this person's independence financially, right? But I also think this relates back to the spiritual message of the inner child as well. Like this person is maybe avoiding addressing some of this stuff from their past, from their home, in order to improve, you know, their connection with you. We have liquid courage. Yeah. Maybe this person's really like wrapped up in the nightlife. We have traveling here, you know, so maybe this person relies on alcohol or substances in order to, you know, get the accolades, get the attention that they are seeking. They could be really into like the club scene or like the party scene, something like that. Let's see. Whatever they're doing to make money, it's requiring them to, it's the liquid courage is helping them with this. I feel like this confidence is actually false. It's not as overt as what you might think. It's not as genuine, I guess, as you might think. We have heartbreak. Yeah, this person is struggling, you guys. They do have hookup energy here, which makes sense with the 3 of Cups, because when I see this as feelings, this is when somebody definitely would be cool with like this energy, like a casual hookup, something like friends with benefits, but it's not typically something that I associate with someone who wants something long-term. Of course, surrounding cards factor into that as well, but I think this person is really hurting inside over their personal situation, you guys, whatever it may be. And because of that, I think the most that they're really able to offer you is a casual sort of connection here. So let's look at the status deck next and just see how they're perceiving the status of your connection. How would their higher self describe it? Oh my gosh, we have all in. Let's work things out through the good, bad, and ugly. It's easy to leave, but I want to stay. That's really interesting because I saw underneath of this card, we had the date card peeking out a little bit here. Look at this. We have finances. We have grass is greener. We have addiction. There's a lot of like the reoccurring themes popping up here. I don't think that this person like only sees you as a casual fling. I think that there was probably a little bit more to the connection than that. And I think a part of them, maybe with this tower energy, wants to repair what they've damaged with you. You know what I mean? But unless they're going to be willing to address the root cause as to like why this failed, you know, it's not going to sustain. You know, the tower, you've got to let it fall. You can't resist it. Let's see. We have divine timing. Now is not a favorable time. There are things impacting this connection. Absolutely. I mean, this person may be aware of this on a spiritual level, even if they're not physically saying it to you. It definitely seems like this person has a lot of stuff going on in their life that's preventing them from really being able to connect with you in a meaningful way, you know? We do have romance. Your emotional needs will be met with this connection. So they know that is a fact for them. We also have friends. I feel comfortable with you. I would never jeopardize this friendship. So I think that this person certainly does have love and care for you, pile 2. There are romantic feelings here. There are friendship feelings here. There is a part of them that I think would like to work things out with you, but they also recognize that it's not really the best timing because they're moving through some crazy stuff in their life right now. So let's see, what else for pile 2's person? How do they feel? Heartbroken. Oh my gosh. They're sad, you guys. Whatever happened between you guys or whatever they've got going on in their life, that's like, we have that message coming up twice. This person feels heartbroken when they think about you. Oh my gosh. A part of me feels like this attention-seeking behavior that they're doing, like on social media, is they're trying to get your attention. You know what I mean? We have the Sword and Rose, clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. Interesting. Look, we also have the Runner here at the bottom. Fear of intimacy, listening to ego, right? Here's the ego with the King of Wands. Love him, but he does have an ego. This person may have issues. When things get too difficult in a relationship to them, they bolt. There's definitely something about this person where like a truth has been revealed to them with that Tower. I think it's a personal truth though that they're gaining clarity on, but there's an element of them again sort of resisting and trying to force things to be the same instead of embracing the needed changes that need to happen. All right, let's see what they want to say to you, and then we'll close it out with your advice, pile 2. What does this person want to say to pile 2, please? I don't want to know. They don't want to know what you're doing because it's going to upset them. It's going to make them jealous. It's going to make them feel even more sad about what's going on here between the both of you. I don't know how to feel. I think they're numbing. I feel like for some of you guys, I wonder if you guys like lived together with this person or you were like together with them for a long time and now you've broken up and this person is like totally lost without you. It's kind of interesting because at the beginning, remember, like it almost felt like that we were going in that direction with like the children and pregnancy stuff that I was getting. That could still be the case for some of you guys. I don't want to let you go. Yeah, they're still not ready to let this go. They really admire you. Wow. So this person still has it really bad for you, pile 2. Definitely am curious to hear like what went on in this connection. So we're going to close things out for you, pile 2, with just a quick little advice card. So let's just see, what does pile 2 maybe need to keep in mind for themselves as it pertains to this connection? Pent-up anger. You have unresolved feelings from your past that make you resentful towards others. So you guys may have some anger issues or just stuff that you've been holding on to with regard to this person that you're being guided to resolve and address right now. At the bottom of the deck, we have 2 attached. Give your partner some breathing room. Being too needy drives them away. So there's something here about being attached to the outcome or being too attached to this person in an unhealthy way that's no longer serving you, pile 2. Let's see. If this person really is the Runner, I mean, they need breathing room, you know. Let's see. One more for pile 2. Fixing them. You can't fix someone. They have to want to change, accept them, or let them go. That is such an important message to hear because this person, you guys, they definitely seem to have some issues going on in their life. And I feel like you guys probably are the type of person that would be willing to like be patient and help out and support and stuff like that. But this person has to figure out how they're going to navigate this change for themselves. You know what I mean? Like, they have to be the ones that want to make the change. If it's not coming from them, then it's never going to sustain and stick. You know what I mean? So just really great advice, I think, to keep in mind about the situation here with this person. So Pile 2, we're going to end your message here. Please let me know what has been going on with this person. I'm dying to know the details. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be updated when I post the next video. And I'll see you then. Bye. Hey, Pile 3, if you guys picked out this Spirit Quartz crystal with the Muse Tarot, this is going to be your reading. So we're looking into how your person is currently feeling about you. And we're going to start with their overall energy here. So starting us off, we have the energy of the Dear Spirit. And we have, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Okay. All right, so with the Dear Spirit being here and this message about like it's safe for you to love, already what I feel, what I'm getting from this person is I think that they're a little bit skittish with this connection right now. I think that they're a little bit skittish. I think that this person may have some trust issues. I think that this person may struggle with opening up their heart fully because they are afraid of something with regard to this connection. I feel like they're projecting past stuff onto you. Like this person may have healing to do from their past. But I think that this person also may feel like you, my viewers, have a strong personality a little bit. I think that you guys they may be perceiving you as being more dominant than them or stronger than them or more confident in them than them in some way. And I feel like it makes this person nervous and anxious, and it makes them skittish. Like that's the only way that I can think about it. It's like even like the slightest thing could make this person scatter like a deer, or run off like a deer would do. So I feel like this person right now is in this position where they would rather take a very cautious approach to like really build that trust with you over time, taking a more gentle approach to this connection versus diving in head first and like, yeah, they're not ready for that. They're not ready to like dive into something head first. This person I think is very cautious in what they're doing with regard to this situation and how they feel about it. All right, let's see how they feel about you, pile number 3. How does pile 3's person feel about them? Please. Six of Wands reversed. Eight of Wands reversed. Oh, yep. Queen of Swords. Yep, there it is. All right, clarifying the Six of Wands reversed, please. 10 of Wands. Clarifying the Eight of Wands reversed. The Empress. Clarifying the Queen of Swords. The Six of Swords. We have Hermit energy here at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, this person, you guys may not be like super in touch with them all the time. They might be kind of prone to moving off and doing their own thing, sort of disconnecting from this connection from time to time, which definitely makes sense. Again, with that skittish energy, that kind of fearful energy of the Deer Spirit, that kind of makes sense that you guys wouldn't be constantly in touch with them. I'm also seeing lack of communication here with this Eight of Wands. So let me pull one of these cards here. How does this person feel towards pile 3, please? We have 777, rapid soul development that comes from challenging times. I feel that this person has a new door that's opening for them to learn some really important lessons in their life, but I think also in love. And I do feel that this person, like part of that door opening does have to do with this connection. This person, you guys, we have gray energy. They're depressed, detached, unemotional, right? That's kind of what I was picking up on with the Hermit card. I think that this person tends to detach from this connection. I think it's definitely more to do with external circumstances or prior relationships that they're still healing from than it does have to do with you, okay? It kind of makes sense, right? This kind of is giving me the energy of a person who just got out of a breakup, who's maybe had their heart broken, or maybe just gone through like a really tough change in their love life. And so they are apprehensive about trusting someone new, right? We've all been there. It's happened to the best of us. So I kind of stand by what I was getting in the initial check-in here. This person with the Six of Wands reverse, they do not feel confident in themselves. I don't think that they feel like they have enough to offer to you, because something about you, they do perceive here with this Ten of Wands that like you guys would be, I think, a lot of work. I think that they feel that a connection with you would be a lot of work, that you would take a lot of effort to make happy. Because they see you here as this Empress energy. They see you as a very high value feminine energy, a high value partner, a maternal energy, someone that is like, you know, spouse energy, wife energy, right? They see the value that you bring to the table. And I think the issue is that this person just doesn't feel like they're on your level. Okay. They see how expansive you are. Maybe you guys do astrology and they note that about you too. But I think that's another reason why like they want to take this very slow with the Eight of Wands. Slow progress, slow communication, because they see your value. Okay? They see that you're worth. They see your worth. Okay? This person, I'm guided to say, you guys, I think that they may have maybe some issues with maternal energy as well. I feel like for some of you guys, I'm wondering if your energy can sometimes come across as maternal to them, or like somebody with the Queen of Swords here who is more dominant, or I don't want to say bossy, but like I definitely feel like this group conveys like a very strong feminine energy. And I think that that might kind of freak this person out a little bit, because they have some sort of issue from like childhood, I feel, for some of them. But I also think just if that's not their situation, if you don't know that to be true, I think that this person is just intimidated by you, because they feel that you're so confident and well-spoken and sharp. Right? They see that you're like wife material, and I don't think that they feel they can measure up. This Queen of Swords is so funny coming up here, because this energy being so skittish, like I think would be very uncomfortable around a Queen of Swords, because Queen of Swords is very discerning. It's no BS, right? They see you, they know that you're the type of person who's very smart, that you don't tolerate disrespect, that you're going to actually speak up and advocate for yourself if something is wrong, okay? And I think that that kind of intimidates them a little bit. You know, that's just like, that keeps coming up. They feel kind of intimidated by you. Pile number 3. And I think the positive thing that I see here, though, with the Queen of Swords and the Six of Voices is I do think that this person feels like you're very easy to talk to. Like you are somebody who, when they leave a conversation with you, they feel more at peace, you know? Like you're somebody who can bring peace through conversation. But I also feel like they are afraid. Like I see this as your energy, like the way they see you, and I see this as them. And it's like, it almost looks like she could just like flick this person off her finger. And so it's like they feel disempowered being around you for some reason. And I'm not even saying that you guys are doing anything to this person to justify this feeling. I think it's just because, again, they're coming from this very fearful place where I think that they are nervous that you, with your words, with your energy, you're so much bigger than them. You take up so much more space in a way. They feel small in comparison to you, and just like one little flick and they're they're off the cliff, you know what I'm saying? So this is really interesting. Let's continue here. So how do they feel about pile 3, please? How does this person feel about pile 3? Yeah, their financial situation, I think, is definitely causing a lack of confidence here. I also think for some reason, I do think this person feels that you guys would be high maintenance, like you would be a lot of work financially. And it doesn't even mean that you guys have put that out there to them. But again, they see you as someone who's very high value. And I think that this person would want to be able to provide financially for you. They're putting this pressure onto themselves is what I feel. Okay. We have text message. So yeah, I mean, I think that they are associating you with like slow communication. Like maybe you guys check in with them with this Empress energy to kind of see how they're doing. I do think that that makes them feel happy to hear from you. We have toxic relationship here. Yeah. This person, I think, is afraid of like a power imbalance within this connection because they're not really their best self right now, I feel. And I think that they see you as being above them or better than them in some way. And so that is where that toxic dynamic comes from. It's like one person, like they kind of feel like you would have more control over them than they would feel comfortable with, you know? Let's see. So how do they perceive the status of this connection? Secretive. This one is hiding their real feelings. Definitely makes sense. We have, there are no words that can explain how you will feel. Enjoy this feeling. Distant. Interesting. Look at this. You won't get my heart, but I can work miracles. This person, I think, would be there. So I think part of it is like this person puts this pressure on themselves because I do think that they're the type of person that wants to go all in for a partner. They are the type of person that I think wants to feel like they're going to be able to alleviate burden for their partner and take some of that onto themselves. But so like I could see this being the type of person, like if you reached out to them and like needed something, that they would show up for you in a way, but they're not really vulnerable enough to let you into their heart space. I do think that this person has feelings for you though, and I think that they're not really telling you how they feel. And I think that they actually feel really good and really happy when they receive text messages from you. Like when you check in with them, it brings them joy, right? They smile when they hear from you. But again, there's a disconnect here. Maybe you guys live at a distance from one another for some of you. But there's a disconnect, right? There's a disharmony. I feel like a lot of the disharmony is coming from this person's lack of confidence. And I think that they have just like a very gray look on things right now. Just a gray outlook on life in general. They could be moving through like a depression too, which is contributing to some of this. You know, they are admittedly going through a challenging time here. So I think you are part of the lesson that they're supposed to be learning, at the very least, around just like letting their guard down again and gaining their confidence back, you know? Whew. Okay, this one flew out. We have love. Yes, this person does have love for you. They are attracted to you. But look, we also have the message of self-love here. And I feel like that's what this person is maybe awakening to. You know, they don't feel as good as you. Oh, This card has literally come up in every single pile. This person is heartbroken about something, you guys. They're depressed. They're sad. They're grieving something. I kind of feel for some of you guys, this person just went through a breakup. I think I might have said that already, but we have third-party energy here. I think there may still be like some residual effects from an old connection that are deeply impacting this person right now. So, okay, let's take a look. I want to see how they feel about you in terms of what they would say. So let's look to see what they want to say to you, and then we'll close it out with some advice for pile 3. So what does pile 3's person want to say to them? Ooh, we have you broke my heart. They are heartbroken, you guys. I feel sexual tension. They're very, yeah, this person's attracted to you. So maybe for some of you guys, you are the one that broke up with this person, and that's what they're still healing from. And that's why they have their guard up a little bit here with the skittish energy. But I think for a lot of you guys, this is another person that they're still healing from. What do they want to say to pile 3, please? I have trouble with intimacy. Yeah. That's definitely contributing to this toxic, quote unquote, dynamic between you guys. I know you don't feel the same. They think that you don't reciprocate their feelings. Wow, you guys, this is like kind of sad energy. I'm not going to lie. Sad boy, sad girl energy here for sure. All right, I want to see for you guys what words of advice or guidance you may need to keep in mind as it pertains to this connection. So let's see, for pile 3, what advice do we have for them with regard to this person? Okay, playing games. You don't need to play games to keep the right one interested in you. So interesting, maybe something to reflect on here, like, are there little tricks or games that you feel like you need to play to keep this person interested? Right? Are you perceiving this person as playing games with you in a way? And I don't think that they are. I think that this person is just depressed. Like, I think that they're disconnected because they're sad. And I think that they enjoy like the moments they do engage with you. But I think that they're really struggling to open up their heart again after being hurt. Okay. Unsocial. You need to get out and mingle with new people so you can meet someone. I almost feel like this is more for your person with that hermit energy, but this could be for you guys too. You guys could be keeping yourselves attached to this person energetically because maybe there's like a subconscious fear of putting yourselves back out there to meet new people, right? We also have getting crumbs at the bottom of the deck. You deserve more than crumbs of affection. Wait for the one who adores you. That's kind of what I feel. This person, I don't think is really able to give you the whole cake, right? They give you little bits. And I feel like a lot of times you guys might be the ones that are initiating communication and this person responds and they're kind of the ones receiving and they're not really giving you anything meaningful here, you know? We also have hiding feelings. You need to express how you feel to the one you love to see how they feel in return. So there's also a message here for you guys, I think, to be a little bit more vulnerable and upfront about your intentions and feelings with this person. So that way, at least you can find out verbatim from them where they stand. I mean, whether or not they're honest about it, that's going to vary by situation. But I think part of the confusion here could be that this person might be feeling skittish because they may not fully understand what you want and how you feel, right? They know you don't feel the same. So there's definitely, I think, something here about your feelings that needs to be cleared up from this person's perspective. All right, pile 3. Well, we are going to go ahead and end your message here, but please comment below and let me know, how do you feel that this resonated with you and your situation? I always love hearing from you guys in the comments. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you'll be updated when I post the next reading, and I'll see you then. Bye.